Good morning, and thanks for joining us for another Eagle Eye. I'm Kaylana Kilo.
And I'm Riley Peschel. Today on our show, we'll figure out what's going on with the cafeteria cheese, we'll catch up with Eagle Sports, and we'll meet two brothers who have defied the odds with a challenging disease.
But first, here's Nick and Mallory with the details about two groups that are using their talents for the community and competition, National Art Honor Society and the math team.
NAHS is a place within our school where the creativity is really flowing.
NAHS is National Art Honor Society, and it is where a lot of artists come from Apple Valley High School to kind of join together and have a good time and be able to do your art in a community fashion, as well as do community service through the Artways.
They aren't all business. There's lots of fun things to do as well.
We have meetings every other Wednesdays, and we also have parties such as Halloween parties, Christmas parties, and Thanksgiving parties.
It's a place to go meet new people with your same interest and share creative ideas.
If you want to get your art out there, if you want more time to talk to the art teachers about what you could do with your art and design and things like that, it's the perfect place to come for the high school art community.
It's also a place for anyone who wants to have fun and just has a passion for art.
People should join even if they suck at art. They should join because it's a lot of fun.
Reporting for EaglEye, I'm Nick Peterson.
4 different categories, 6 a.m. practices, and highly competitive meets is what math team is all about. With over 85 members in math team, who belongs to it?
I think if you name an activity at Apple Valley High School, we have someone representing that also on our math team. So I think we've gone beyond what's maybe stereotypical of what it would be a math team person and really been inclusive, and that's something that I take a lot of pride in.
With so many students involved, Apple Valley outnumbers the competition 4-1.
Most schools that we compete against will bring 10 to 20 students to a competition, and we're going to roll in with 80 students, so I take pride in that we have a lot of students who like it.
By having practices each week and meets once a month, students can use their skills outside of the math team.
A lot of the stuff that you practice in during the week, you can relate back to math class, and so it really helps.
A lot of students join the math team because they want to do better in math. I think they become better mathematicians, they do better in their math classes. I think one of the big things they get better at is problem solving.
Good luck to all the team members competing on Monday. Reporting for EaglEye, I'm Mallory Mahalik.
Thanks, Nick and Mallory. You can see Miss Porter for information about NAHS or Mr. Peterson for more about the math team.
The kitchen staff are also trying to solve problems and get creative. They are doing what they can to fix the problem with the cheese cups in the cafeteria. Here's Shani with an explanation of the situation.
A much anticipated part of the day is lunchtime, and there's nothing better to eat than a pretzel and some melty cheese. But in the past month, students have been disappointed by their old favorites.
I think it's probably the worst thing I've ever tasted. I don't like it at all.
Have I stopped getting cheese? The kind that's not warmed up, yes.
Many people have noticed the difference in cheese and aren't satisfied. To get the scoop on what's happening with the cheese, we went into the kitchen to get a closer look.
Well, it was determined that they were trying to make their cheese healthier, so they reduced the salt content. They realized that once they manufactured it, it's healthier. However, with lower salt, it does not melt as well.
With the unsatisfied students at lunch, the cooks knew that they had to come up with a quick solution for the cheese. As it turns out, this quick solution isn't so quick in the kitchen.
Now we're buying bulk cheese that comes in 6-pound cans, and we take the can and then heat that and then scoop it individually. Obviously it's more work to do the individual portions, but as soon as they come up with something that ultimately you guys will like, we'll do it this way.
Thanks to the hard work of the cooks, students are able to enjoy their favorites once again.
And I thoroughly enjoyed it, much better than the cold cheese.
Reporting for EaglEye, I'm Shani Morse.
Thanks, Shani. It's nice to know the cooks are doing what they can in this situation.
Most fall sports are celebrating the end of their seasons. Here's Katie with an update on what is happening in a few sports.
Hey Eagle sports fans, I'm Katie Swanson with this week's Eagle Sport Report. With fall sports coming to an end, let's take a look back at the intramural football championship game. The Swamp Lemurs are still basking in the glory of their victory against Showcase Your Talent with a final score of 30-8. The Super Smash Brothers were the 9th and 10th grade champions. Girls swimming is gearing up for sections, which start on Wednesday, November 9th at Hidden Oaks Middle School. The team ended their regular season last Thursday with a loss to Lakeville North. There were 34 lifetime best times and 3 season best times recorded at the meet. The adaptive soccer teams are playing Eastview and Rosemount next Monday and Tuesday. They played Lakeville South and St. Paul Humboldt this past week. Be sure to go cheer them on and bring some extra energy to their games. Good luck to the fall sports teams as they wrap up their season, and good luck to the athletes going into their winter season as well. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Katie. We'll catch up with the outlook for winter sports next time.
This fall, two brothers weren't expected to live beyond infancy rolled into AVHS as upperclassmen. Now they're speeding down the hallways and hitting the books. Here's Bailey with a little bit more about Alex and Levi Bauer.
At just 1 year apart, the spirit of the competition isn't the only thing the brothers have in common. Senior Alex and junior Levi have faced a few curves in the road. These curves have been caused by a disease called myotubular myopathy. The rare disease caused their muscle tissue to stop developing and created small holes in the tissue. As a result, each of them have to use computer-generated devices to communicate with others.
It is genetic, so only males get it. It affects my body, but not my cognitive abilities.
I'm Alex's hands and feet. I hold textbooks for him, or books that he's reading, take notes, write down anything that, any forms to fill out or any of the packets or whatever, and just kind of help them any way I can.
But even with all of these limitations, they still manage to stay positive.
The most difficult thing I have to do during a school day is understanding new chemistry concepts.
The thing that makes me the most proud of Alex and Levi that I've worked very hard to instill in them is to not feel sorry for themselves and to make the most of what they do have. And they've definitely done that. Last year they had to write a paper for a college prep class that they were in, and it was about themselves. And they both made comments in their papers in different ways that, yeah, I have this disease, but it's really not that big of a deal. And I laughed to myself. I'm like, not that big of a deal. It affects 24 hours of their life, and they don't think it's a big deal. This is good. I think we succeeded.
My brother and I love to race down long hallways and straightaways.
While they aren't the only two brothers who have a competitive spirit against each other, they are the only two brothers in the world who share this rare disease. Reporting for EaglEye, I'm Bailey Dressen.
Thanks, Bailey. Welcome to AVHS, Levi and Alex. Thanks for letting us get to know you a little bit better.
Before we go, we have another battle of the classes. Here's this week's AV Showdown.
In this week's competition, our contestants must find 2 pieces of gum in a pie pan full of whipped cream. Representing the seniors, we have Tate Craig. The juniors, we have Christian Smith. The sophomores, we have Kara Plask. Representing the freshmen is Laura Egren.
3, 2, 1, go.
And our winner is Tate Craig. Join us next time for our next AV Showdown.
That's all for today. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you in 2 weeks.